Welcome back to BSCN, your source for all crypto news, from breaking to useless. Today we're going to do a blockchain breakdown and token review of a project that combines the best of both worlds of EVM technology and Bitcoin. It's Core DAO, which is helping expand the Bitcoin blockchain with decentralized applications. Before we get started, just a disclaimer, nothing in here is financial advice. You should always do your own research and never risk more than you are willing to lose or see go to zero, as crypto is highly speculative and nothing is guaranteed. The content in this video has been put together by BSCN's research team and may contain opinions and subjectivity, so make sure you are well aware of all the risks before you jump in. Without further delay, let's check out the DeFi details of Core DAO. Core launched deep in the bear market of January 2023, making the project just over 1 year old to date, which didn't seem to slow down its native token Core, which currently boasts a market cap of around $1.7 billion at the time of writing, with all-time highs of more than $3.3 billion reached on April 2nd, according to CoinMarketCap. Core is its own EVM-compatible Layer 1 blockchain, but what makes it special is its relationship with the world's biggest blockchain, Bitcoin. Core is essentially making a one-dimensional Bitcoin blockchain a five-dimensional multi-layer project that can be built on while still reaping the benefits of proof-of-work models while maintaining their proof-of-stake status. Core uses their Satoshi Plus consensus mechanism, which they say combines the best of Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is possible by using a delegated proof-of-work mechanism through Bitcoin mining pools to provide underlying security and decentralization, while leveraging a proof-of-stake chain to provide long-term scalability and incorporate the Core token itself. Core is currently governed mostly off-chain by their development team, but the project's white paper discusses progressive decentralization, where more governance authority is given to Core coin holders within the DAO over time, which is why you will notice that their socials are titled Core DAO. Core's website lists nearly 50 individual projects developing and operating within its ecosystem to varying degrees. The list includes cross-ecosystem giants such as Layer 0, Anchor, and Pyth Network, as well as various exchanges such as Bybit, BitGet, and OKX. DeFi Llama lists Core's TVL as just $13 million, which, if accurate, may lead some investors to question just where Core's staggering market cap has come from, with its ecosystem activity and depth seemingly lagging behind it. However, much of the Core community will be expecting this TVL to rise significantly over time as adopters and believers begin staking and locking their tokens. According to DeFi Llama, SushiSwap remains the largest protocol on Core, followed by the DEX native to Core, the Glyph exchange. Since DEXs are the first step in swapping into the on-chain projects, it is no surprise that currently all of Core's 6 largest protocols are DEXs, with multi-chain launchpads and DXSale constituting the first in the rankings created for non-trading purposes. According to the project's own website, some 112 million Core tokens, worth nearly $300 million, have been delegated to help secure the network, which brings us on to our next topic of the Core token itself. The Core token is the Core blockchain's utility and governance token, and the project's white paper lists 3 key use cases as paying for transactions and gas fees, staking on the Core network, and participating in on-chain governance. There is a hard cap on the number of available Core tokens at 2.1 billion, which is designed in an effort to mirror Bitcoin's max supply of 21 million. At the time of writing, only about 42% of Core's total supply is in circulation, but while this is certainly better than many early-stage projects launching in the space today, it does mean that much inflationary pressure on Core may still be expected in the future. Having said that, according to Core's documentation, these tokens aren't set to be released in the form of emissions for almost 81 years. So this project has definitely been looking towards the future. As you can see on this Core distribution and allocation chart provided by CoinMarketCap, a large 40% chunk of Core's supply is earmarked for node mining rewards, an allocation designed to sustain the network for decades, meaning that Core's inflationary pressure should not be overly aggressive in the short term. 15% of Core's supply is allocated to its Core contributors. However, specific vesting schedules for this allocation are not immediately available, meaning it's difficult to tell when Core's team is likely to sell their sizable allocation. It is worth noting that, as with Ethereum, Core has plans to burn certain proportions of network transaction fees. The exact percentage is to be decided by the Core DAO. This, it hopes, will provide deflationary value on the asset, increasing its value over time. While on the topic of the Core token, it is worth mentioning that the project has already secured listings on major centralized exchanges like OKX, HTX, Bybit, Gate.io, and BitGet. However, the elusive Binance and Coinbase listings remain, for the time being, just out of reach. Core's blog page is the place to keep a lookout for exciting updates from the Core ecosystem, and 2024 has yielded a number of them already. The biggest update of the year so far came on March 28th, when the project announced that Core native Bitcoin bridging in the form of Core BTC had gone live. The milestone seemed to trigger a huge surge in the price of the Core token, which rose a staggering 245% in the week after the announcement. Other highlights for this year have included additional iterations of the Core Ignition Builders Incentive Program, which is designed to enrich the Core ecosystem and build its TVL, the unveiling of the Core Venture Network, built up of 50 VCs and angel investors, which also announced $15 million in funding to be directed to regional ecosystem funds. The list of investors include giants such as Foresight, Ventures, MEXC, and BitGet. However, Core itself seems already to have been deploying capital with a regional angle. The project has, in 2024 alone, announced $5 million is being deployed to each of the African and Indian regions. It's also worth mentioning that the project has launched Core token liquid staking this year in an effort to mirror the functionality of other L2 networks such as Ethereum or Aptos. Through the Core liquid staking platform, users can lock their Core and receive ST Core in its place, which aims to allow Core's community to, quote, maximize their asset potential with greater flexibility and efficiency. In this brief video, we have only really scratched the surface of the Core ecosystem. However, there are a few things really favorable about the project. First, Core has chosen to leverage the world's biggest cryptocurrency blockchain for its security and narrative. With the Bitcoin ecosystem seeing massive growth lately due to ordinals and BRC projects, not to mention institutional investing, it is possible that Core could benefit massively from this narrative of Bitcoin-focused projects alone. Second, while Core is still less than 50% in circulation, its 81-year release period should comfort some investors. Though some lack of clarity around the release schedules for certain allocations may frustrate some and cause volatility with the off-the-cuff announcements of unlocks. But with Core's use for transaction fees and governance, it hopes that this will provide adequate utility for the project over the long term. Third, the project maintains a steady stream of announcements and milestones to hype up newcomers and maintain its community, which brings us to probably the strongest element of Core's ecosystem: the Core community. From what we have observed, they are one of the most active communities on social media. Core community members appear fiercely loyal and willing to tell everyone and anyone about Core and its message. Ultimately, no matter how strong a project's technology is, it lives and dies by the strength and scale of both its retail and its institutional communities. So Core absolutely has a number of great things going for it. From regular announcements, seemingly well-planned tokenomics, and a powerful community, not to mention being a project built on the king of blockchains, this relatively young Layer 1 looks like it's here to stay. However, one point of concern may be the vast difference between Core's market cap and valuation and its TVL. With almost a $2 billion market cap next to just a $13 million TVL, this may make the project appear to have a lack of depth and usership from prospective buyers who really do their research. But there is no doubt that this is something that Core is looking to grow in the future. As with all cryptocurrency investments, Core involves a high degree of risk, and investors should always do their own research. However, if the Bitcoin functionality narrative persists and grows, a 2024-2025 bull market may be a boon for the Core and its community. That's all for this blockchain breakdown of Core here on BSCN. We hope you've learned a little more information that helps you decide on whether or not you are interested in joining the Core community. Make sure you check out all of Core's official channels for more information, follow BSCN to stay up to date on all crypto news, and let us know which projects you'd like to see on our next blockchain breakdown. I'm Jackie Dutton, and I will see you on Chain.